Hey, welcome back, YouTube family and friends. It's a great day. Today is cheeseburger soup day. You heard me. Cheeseburger soup. The sous chef, she can't wait to get started. Look at her. Already here. Say hi, Hope.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody? I'm happy to see you all. Snoop, snoop.
All right, back up. All right. So, first thing that was on order is getting our grocery order. So, while I am doing this, I'm putting away the groceries that I purchased. So I'm going to put some things in here, because this is where I keep some of my cooking stuff and some of the baking stuff that I have left over. And I have my oil, I have my sugar, flour, cocoa, cake mixes in here, and here's some of my tools, and there's some of the groceries in there. So I actually need to take this off, because I'm going to be adding to this container. So bear with me a second. When you don't want to take it off, it never stays on. When you want to take it off, all of a sudden it's got the best security in the world. So let's get this proportioned properly. So I'll show you coconut we're going to need, because we're going to have some baking. And I'll show you this. Vanilla extract pure. If you're ever using vanilla, okay, don't buy the kind of vanilla that's like chemically enhanced vanilla. Buy the pure vanilla, the extract vanilla. That's going to be so much better. So let's just get this squared away here. Get this out of the way. What's this? See, never hurts to go back into things and see what you have, right? So here's some more coconut we need, our granulated sugar. I think that's flour. Here's more. Oh, here. In case you're wondering, here, I'll show you. Baking powder. Well, what do you need baking powder? Well, Phil, what do you need baking powder? Well, we need baking powder so we can make cookies at some point. And I think there's a knife down there. Yeah, there's a knife set down there. That might be part of our issue. So let's get that out of the way. Yeah. I have some knives in here that I bought. On occasion I'll pull them out because I need some really good knives. But I won't need that for hamburger casserole today. So what I do need is space, so I can put away some of these groceries. So, like, let's see. Flour. Well, flour, I will tell you this. Be smart. Don't leave the flour in the bag. Try to put it in an air-sealed container or seal it up and then put it away, because if you leave it in that bag, tendency is the bags are so thin, they're not made like they used to. They can't take it. Like, literally, I just went to go pick this up and I put a hole in it. Who would have thought, right? So, prime example of using myself, what not to do. So, okay. So, I got some cream of mushroom soup for a couple things we're going to make this week. A couple ideas that are floating through my head. I think it's going to be pretty neat. Or cool, in case you want to use the word good instead of the word neat. It's okay, Sakera, with me. Alright? Hey, so this is going to take a minute to put all this together. So let me get off of here, and when I come back, I'll have all the groceries put away, and we'll get starting on our cheeseburger soup. Here we go. Alright? Let me give you a quick look again at what I'm doing. Putting some groceries away. Majority of all this. A lot of this is going to be refrigerated. A lot of it will. And seal up that container, and then we'll get on with what we're doing today. So stick around. I'll be right back. Okay, YouTube family. So I just ready to put away all the groceries. And what I'm going to do now is I put in the ground beef we're going to need for this cheeseburger soup. So you're probably wondering, is it going to taste like a cheeseburger? Sure it will. Just follow the directions. If you do it my way, it's going to taste fine. Now, I will tell you this. There are several ways of making cheeseburgers. So some people like to put their carrots and their onions, green peppers. I'm like, are you joking me? You put carrots and green peppers in your cheeseburger soup? What's wrong with you? Okay. So that being said, we're not doing all that. We're not even going to chop up onions. You heard me? No, you don't have to cry over it because we're not doing it. This is going to be simple, easy to do at home. That's what I'm about. I'm about simplicity. So let me show you what I got. So first of all, I have cheddar cheese. Need that. Highly important. Okay. Then I'm going to show you what else we have right here. So here we go. Look at this. You're going to need heavy whipping cream, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, salt. Now you're probably wondering, why do we always use pretty much the same seasonings in how we cook? Truth be told, because these same seasonings are in almost every dish that we make. Now what I'll tell you is we're going to go back and I'm going to show you, hopefully, probably either tomorrow or Monday. I don't know which day. I haven't figured it out yet. Whatever day I get to it. But I'm going to show you how I make those meatballs again. Because I think some of you have missed out on what I did. And I'm going to show you how to make the world's best mashed potatoes. Why are they the world's best? Well, because nobody could make them like me. Because you're not me. That being said, so let's get started. I already got my ground beef. And I got about, I got a little more than a right here. Okay, since this is a non-stick pan, I do not need to add oil or anything to it. We just need to do like we're doing now. Okay, so it's it's really simple. So I'm trying to adjust this so you can watch how it works. Granted, I'll get better as time goes by, but just bear with me on how I'm doing a little things. It's unorthodox methods that actually seem to turn out so much better. I don't have a script, so this is all non-scripted. In case you're wondering, oh, does he have a script writer? Because the script writer's no good. No. No, I don't. But thank you for asking if you're thinking about it, though. But hey, if you like to write me a script, write a script. But here's what I'm doing. I took the hamburger, and we're just gonna brown the hamburger. So while that's browning, I'm gonna break it up because I'm trying to. We don't want striations of hamburger. You see how it's like in a line? We want it broken up. So I'm just gonna get in here with our spoon, and this is what we're doing. We're just gonna break it up. That's it. See, break up these striations. This is how, when it goes to the meat grinder, beef goes through a meat grinder, it creates these strings of beef packed together. In America, we call it hamburger. I don't know where the term comes from, frankly, don't really care. I just call it beef, ground up beef, that's fine too. I'm about simplicity, I'm not about adding labels to nonsense we don't need. Okay, so, we broke it up. We're going to add in some salt. Sea salt. Pay attention, sea salt. Not conventional table salt, because regular table salt has what's called pot ash. I believe I mentioned that to you before. If you were paying attention, you would say like, oh, I know he said that before. Yes, he did. Because pot ash is very bad for you. And you don't want to eat that stuff. It's not good for you at all. Why our government allows potash to be put in our food? Basically an ingredient that will kill you. Okay, so put our salt, our pepper. Good. Just like that. All right. Then we're gonna put our dash of garlic powder, just like that, just like that. Then we're gonna put in our dash of onion powder. I'll show you. Just like that, just like that. So take a look. All right. It'll look just like that. So now, before we get on to the next stage, what we're gonna do is we have our heavy whipped cream, we have our cheese. All right, so now what we have to do is we have to brown all this up. So let me get back in here so you guys can see what's going on. I want to show you this. Hopefully you can see it. Let me make sure, because I don't want you to miss out on how I'm doing this. There we go. Pretty decent, huh? Not too bad. Not too bad. Get in here and get it all broke up. You know. You know, I was going to, maybe later in the week, I might make a chicken in the crock pot. And I have it set up because I have something else I want to do. Crock pot. But it's still set up. But I think I'm going to make a chicken with some of these ingredients that I have. It's going to be amazing. I think you're going to actually like it. Alright, so let me set the camera down and just let you continue watching me as I prepare this. Alright, so there you go. Let's tilt this down a little. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. There we are. Much better, right? Alright. Down with that. Pretty awesome, eh? Totally. Alright, so let's get on this. Alright, enough playing with the camera, but brown beef. Now, if some people like to do like a cheeseburger mac, which is macaroni, I'm not doing that. You can if you want to. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm just trying to make this as easy for you, the viewer, as possible, so you know you can get a good gist of how this is supposed to turn out. All right. Now, many people, on their videos, they'll show you the ingredients and then bam, they've already done it all. It's like, wait a minute, man, what did you do? You know, it leaves a lot of questions. I don't want you to ask me questions because I'm actually showing you step by step what you need, the ingredients you need, even a lot of times even the equipment you need. You know, your equipment is very important. So, you can see this hamburger is getting there. That's good for us. Now, what's different about me is my pan here, it's a non-stick pan. So that's a good thing, right? So, and I just thought of something. Just so, because whipped cream is actually thick, I'm going to put some milk into it also, you know, to thin it out, because the cheese is going to thicken it back up as well. So you want to make sure your ground beef was thoroughly cooked. Don't have any pink if you don't have to. If you don't, please don't. Okay, you know, you want to cook it all the way through. You don't want raw meat in your food. And oh, by the way, no, I'm not going to drain the fat content off, and we need that. What did I say before in one of my earlier videos? Fat is flavor. That's right. Whoever said that, you win a sticker. Sous Chef just showed up. Of course, you know she's here for all the good things. She wants to tell me a couple things. So, Hope is a good sous chef. She does a lot of cleaning that I miss. You know, I wouldn't say a lot. And you know what's amazing? If you wanted to make a cheeseburger type of sauce, soup, you can do that as well. So take a good look around. Take a good look. You see that? See how that looks? Pretty decent, huh? Pretty decent. Yeah. We want zero pink meat. None at all. Okay? None. We want 0. Get out of there. I'll brain you today. Not in the mood. You can clean up the floor, but you can't clean out the garbage can. Criminy. What's wrong with you? So, on to the next stage. I think we got the ground beef all browned up. So here we go with the next stage. Alright, so the next part of this cheeseburger soup is this. You need some heavy whipped cream, like I said. You're going to need about a cup of heavy whipped cream. Alright? So, make sure it's not spoiled. Hurtling on you. You're already putting cheese in. So, you need about a cup. That is about a cup. Okay? That's it. Let's do this. Yeah, a dash more. And then I'm going to put in approximately 1 1/4 cup of milk. Alright? Yeah, there's a lot of dairy in this dish. You know, it's a cheeseburger. Just like so. You gotta realize, we're making a cheeseburger soup. We're not making casserole or something weird. So when should you put in your cheese? Honestly, now. How much am I putting? I'm gonna start off with 2 cups, but I'm gonna feather it in there. Meaning I'm not gonna start like before. I'm gonna do about a ½ cup at a time. Okay? And we're gonna let it melt down in there. Alright? I'm doing that on purpose because we want to keep the consistency going here. You know? Take a look at that. It smells so good. It smells like a cheeseburger, for sure. Even the sous chef, she's like, man, please drop that pan. I'll have some right now. I just know she will. Okay, you see how that melted away so quickly? That's a good thing, okay? That's why you put your cheese in stages. If you clump it in, chances are you might burn it. So we'll put in another hand. Try not to touch the pan when you do that. It has a tendency to hurt. It'll burn. Like I just did. I literally just touched the side of the pan. You know, that's okay. So, you know, I'm actually looking forward to going to the Philippines and showing you how to cook some meals over there. Meals that the Philippine people like. I'll tell you what. I will try my best to do that here before I go to the Philippines. I will try to make some pork adobo, some chicken adobo, some lumpia, which I've actually had, and it is fire. So I will try it. So it's best to try while I'm here now, so when I get over there I don't look crazy. So back to what we're doing. So here we are. You see our cheese is just melting down. Let's turn the heat down on this baby. Alright, there we go. Because we don't want to overcook. Now you see it's still pretty white. Some people will put in cream cheese in this. Honestly, you don't need it. Okay? Save your money. Cream cheese is good, but it's not good in everything. Come on. Not everything. Alright? Not everything, please. So, put some more cheese in. Let me take a look here. You're probably thinking to yourself, my goodness, that's a lot of cheese, man. Well, you don't realize we have almost 2 pounds of hamburger or ground up beef. And now we got to get this coming together. You see, it's starting to come together now. If you look, when I pick it up, see that nice consistency? That's what you want. And what can you eat this with? You can eat this with whatever you want. I mean, look, hey, you want to eat it with bread, you want to eat it with potato chips or whatever, do that. So, say hi, Hope.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Hopey Hope.
You want to taste, Hope? Hope, say hi to everybody. Quit being rude. All right. thank you. You crazy dog. Ah, yes. That's my buddy, Hopey Hope. So, I love you. I love Hope Hope. She's so good. We got enough in here. Yeah, it's going good. Oh, and it smells amazing. So, I want to show you what it looks like. Take a look. It looks like cheeseburger soup. That's right. Cheeseburger soup. You heard me right. Awesome. All right, we're going to turn the heat off. Now, I noticed some people when they do their YouTube channels or they do cooking shows like this, and you wonder how come they're not burning themselves when after they cook it, and you all of a sudden you see them take a sample. I'll tell you why. Because they let it cook, and then they turn it off and they let it cool off. Yeah, so I won't be doing that because it's about like lava right now, and I'm not willing to burn my throat. I want to go to the movies tonight. And you probably wonder, what are you going to go see? I'm going to go see that movie Rental Family. It was actually filmed in Japan. And it's with, I can't forget the actor's name. Brendan Fraser. Yeah. But I'm going to go see that. It caught my eye when I started seeing some of the ads for it. And I'm interested now. Because, like I said, it was filmed in Japan. You know, I want to see, you know, and it's actually, you could say it's not a true story, but you could actually say it is a true story because in Japan, you literally can rent almost anything. I literally seen where you can rent a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a mother, a father, brother, or sister. You can rent a friend. Hey, if you're that lonely and you can't make friends, rent one. This way you don't really have to bring them home with you on game day or whatever, and you can rent a girlfriend and they don't have to meet your parents, after so long. You get to say, hey, I stopped paying my bill, so she's out of the picture. That's simple. My thing is, I wonder what the people on the other side say to their family and their friends and their constituents about the work they do. I'm a little curious about that. So, not for me to judge, but I think it's a pretty cool concept. I think we should try that here in America. What do you think? So, anyway, this is still too hot. I'm gonna let it cool off, and I can tell you, I've had it, so it is amazing. Give it a try, will you? Hey, that's the end of this for today. Thank you for joining me on my channel and making cheeseburger soup. I love all of you. I hope you have a great day. Get out and go do something special. Take your family out. Take your girlfriend out. Take your boyfriend out. Take your mom, your dad. Take your brother or sister. Doesn't matter. But go out and have some fun. Enjoy your day. Stay blessed. One more look. There you go. Goodbye. Hit that like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you.